What is going on, everybody? Today we're looking at some Hasbro Marvel Legends Spider-Man retro card figures. So first up, from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, we have the Spy. So we see him here as he appeared later in the movie, where he starts to become pretty much like a dark matter, like black hole. And so we get the design as he appears in the movie. So of course it's going to be a figure we've already had, where it was all white with the black spots, just repainted out all black, but looks good with the new weird designs on him, and comes with pretty much the same effects and stuff, with Miles sort of coming through the portals there. So that looks really cool. And then we also have Night Spider, which was a Marvel Unlimited exclusive figure, which Marvel Unlimited, if you didn't know, is an online subscription service for Marvel Comics, so you can read Marvel Comics as they come out and everything. And if you get a year membership, you get a free box with a Marvel Legends in it. So this year it's Night Spider, which is just from the back. I'll go ahead and spin around. It's just from a Moon Knight comic, Moon Knight number 23 from 2023, and they just did the Spider-Verse comics for like all the different characters. So that for the Moon Knight comic, they did this with this character. So there's not really anything about this character specifically. It's just the artwork design that they did for that comic, but it does look really cool. I do like the design combining Spider-Man and Moon Knight there. Of course, there's already Arachnite that exists, but this looks different from that, and I do really like the design of this figure overall. So excited to check that out as well. So let me get these figures open out of the box, and we'll take a look at them together. So we're going to start off with the Spot, whose real name is Jonathan Owen. He was an alchemic scientist that worked with Dr. Octopus to develop the Super Collider, and when the collider exploded, its energy infused with Owen to give him the white skin covered with interdimensional portals. But after he absorbs the dark matter from the Mumbattan Super Collider, he becomes engulfed in dark matter, becoming a living portal and more powerful than before. So as usual for the Spot, he has portal creation, but now he also has the ability of teleportation, levitation, and matter absorption in the form here. So we see this later in the movie. So he's now all dark with all these weird spots and details. So we get some red and green thrown in there as well. So pretty crazy looking. So again, it's just more of his later movie, and probably what we'll see at the beginning of the next movie form for him. So it looks pretty crazy. Of course, we get the Across the Spider-Verse sort of body design. So the weird body. So he's kind of fat in the midsection with long, thin legs and arms. So pretty crazy. Of course, with that, it is kind of hard to get him to stand up. But he's this all black color. But as you can kind of see, especially in the midsection, he is see-through, so a lot of his body is see-through. So yeah, if you get it in the right light, you can see through a lot of the body. So that's pretty neat that he has that design. Again, mostly all this black, but he has the color, so he has like the white like swirls and stuff thrown in there, with almost like he's been throwing paint on him. So he's got some red and green thrown in there as well. So it just kind of varies up his design. So like I said, just the way he looks there in the movie with the animation style they use and stuff looks pretty neat overall. But moon-wise, we get that'll twist all the way around. Can look down that far and up that far. It's not bad for him. It's a little bit stiff there in the head though, but can look up and down with the shoulders that come up to 90, and will rotate all the way around. Get the bicep twist and the double elbow joint. Of course, with the like limbs and stuff being so thin, I'm always worried about breaking these things because they're so thin, but not too bad overall. It can bend all the way up on itself. Get the wrist that'll twist around and flex back and forth. Then we get his ab crunch. So his ab crunch is really high, just up under his chest, and crunch back and forth and twist all the way around there. Then we get the hips that'll come up to 90 and out to the side. Get a thigh twist there all the way around. The double knee joint, which is pretty stiff on him, especially the lower knee joint, but I know we had to heat it up, but it's kind of stiff in there again. Can bend up that far to the back, so actually kicking himself in the back, not even the butt. He goes over the butt there. And then, of course, down to the foot. That'll rock back and forth and twist side to side. It's not bad overall for the movements. Like I said, with their long, spindly limbs, it worries me that they're going to break pretty easily. So far, we haven't had any break, but wouldn't take too much to break these because of how thin they are, and also not the easiest to get to stand up because especially in their midsection have so much weight, it's hard to get it balanced out with their small feet. He also comes with some accessories, so we get some additional hands. So we get a set of fist hands to go along. He just has sort of open hands there, so we get a set of fists to go along with him. And then we also get the same like effect pieces we got with the last one. So we have like Miles coming out of his portals. Just love how they added some of the white designs like all over his body now. So we get that, and of course a little stand to put it on. So these have a clip on the back, so we can like take this one and sort of stay on top of this, and then the hand piece has a clip on it. We can clip it on there, so it's kind of like Miles is coming through the portal and stuff all weird, so kind of like that. You can stand in the background, so it just gives you different little effects of him using his powers with especially Miles Morales coming through the portals. Like I said, it's pretty much the same thing we got the last time, just has some of the effects and the portals more see-through this time. And of course we've already had the Spot, so we had the original version. So here's what the original looked like. So more of the all white with the black spots all over him, but like I said, now the black has taken over most of his body, and we just get some little like white portals this time on him. So nice to see the variation from how he started the movie to how he ended the movie. And overall, it's pretty nice to have the spot. Like I said, definitely not a necessary figure. Now that I think about it, I can't remember if this was exclusive or not. I know it was just released, on its own separately, but I want to say maybe it was like a Walmart exclusive or Target, something like that. I can't remember because it was just, kind of randomly released. May not be any of those, but that's just in my head. But overall, I think it's pretty cool just to get, like I said, just to get his other look that he got from the movie. And then, of course, we also have Spider-Knight, which, as I told you, isn't really anything. Now, there is, like, the Arachnite, which is a Infinity Warps, whatever they call that storyline, where there's a combination of Spider-Man and Moon Knight. But it's just that we saw this artwork from the Moon Knight comic number 23 from May 2023, and it was a part of the Spider-Verse variant covers they were doing at the time. So, again, it's just taking the characters, mixing them with a Spider-Man for the Spider-Verse designs. So, it looks pretty cool overall, but like I said, it's not really anything, so there's not really anything to tell about it. It just has a neat design, so again, combining Spider-Man with Moon Knight. So mostly get a Spider-Man body, like everything about it looks, like a Spider-Man base build. So especially with the head, the body seems thinner with the butterfly joints. We do get the Moon Knight gloves, so he does have the crescent moons there on the gloves, so that is different. And then we get the cape like Moon Knight has as well. So we get the nice white cape, so especially on the exterior, all white there, but on the interior, love how it has the spider web design, so that kind of stands out, makes it different. They got mostly all black base body, of course some like moons, so there, especially on his legs, at some of the moon designs. And then we get the spider. It has almost like a crescent moon design to it there built in. So all the little pieces of the spider, crescent moon design with the gray sort of design and spider web there on his chest. Crescent moons up on the shoulders as well. So those are probably taken from a Moon Knight or additional just little pieces added on there. And then it's got the gray arms coming down, which I don't like the gray as much, especially on the arms. I wish this was mostly just all black and then had like the gray there on his chest, and then the interior of the cape and all that would be a lot cooler. But just with this design, it's just fine. Get the Spider-Man like eyes with white around them, and of course the crescent moon there connecting them as well. So overall, it's a pretty neat design. Like I said, it's not anything, so it's not like super cool to get a special character. It's just based off artwork from that comic, but it still looks pretty cool. But movement-wise, we do get the head that'll twist all the way around there, and it can look down that far and up that far, so it does have the hinge there in the neck, so you do get really good range with that. We get the shoulders that do come up, not all the way to 90 because of the crescent moons on the shoulder, so about that far, and it has the hinge back and forth for the butterfly, and of course can rotate around within there as well. Of course, the cape's in the way, but we can easily just pop that off if we don't want it. Get the bicep twist and the double elbow joint that bends up that far, so just about to 90, and has the old pin joints, so not a new Spider-Man here. Wrist will twist around and hinge up and down for this. So again, taking them straight from a Moon Knight. We get the ab crunch, so get the ab crunch back and forth there and twist all the way around at the waist. We get the hips that'll come up to 90 and out to the side. Thigh twist all the way around. The double knee joint bends up that far to the back, not too bad at all. Shin twist there in the middle of the leg, and the foot will flex back and forth and twist side to side. And love how he has the gray spiderweb design on the back of the shoes as well, adding details there. So overall, works out pretty nice. Of course, just Spider-Man's we've seen in the past, just with this cape added on, which does work out pretty well. Now, the cape is a little bit too long, especially for the body. So as you see, it kind of hangs down the feet. So as you get at the stand, you have to kind of get the body sort of lean forward because the cape will push it off the back. So that's kind of in the way, but overall, it still works out fine. No real issues or anything. Now, it does come with some accessories. We get some of the crescent darts, so we get the big crescent dart there, as well as the little ones, so we like crescent boomerangs and darts and stuff, so the little ones like that, of course, will probably and likely lose that little one there, but we can take like the big one and just sort of stick it into his hand. So we have like that one, you can just sort of put in his hand like that, holding on to it, which is pretty cool. Now, of course, just want to show that since it is a combination of Spider-Man and Moon Knight, just want to show off some Spider-Man's Moon Knights, so we went ahead and just picked ones that had a lot of black and white design to them. So we have this version of Spider-Man, of course, I don't remember what this is at all, but mostly all black and white Spider-Man that I think looks cool, as well as Moon Knight here, again, all in a black and white version. So it's like combining both of those together into this form, which is pretty cool. So just wanted to show those off as well with the black and white Spider-Man and Moon Knight that can combine into this Night Spider. So there we got our two retro card Spider-Man based characters, where from Across the Spider-Verse we got the Spot in his, I would say, like ultimate form, where he's now mostly the all black Hulk. So I thought that was pretty cool, as well as our Marvel Unlimited exclusive figure of Night Spider that I like goes a lot. Of course, since it's not really anything, there's not as much attachment to it, but I still overall like the way they carried out the artwork from that comic. But just figured we throw these two together since they're both Spider-Man based characters and on retro cards. And of course, we did that Across the Spider-Verse video not too long ago, but we didn't have the spot at that point. So once, of course, we received the spot, it's like, oh, we should have thrown it in that wave. So we're trying to figure out what to do with that. And so then we got this nice spider. So thought we'd throw them together as two Spider-Man characters. So let me know what you thought of these two down in the comments. And if you enjoyed my review, let me know with that like. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see more. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.